We're ready to go. Hey,
Hey,
Al.
Robbie, what's up?
Oh, not much. Just getting ready to get this show on the road, buddy.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a lot of people joining in here. Drone Views Media, it's the One Vision, Ariel. Thanks for dropping in, guys. Jim's Droning's here. So, man, thanks for having it. Charles Gillespie, Jenna just popped in. And we'll have an announcement here at the end of the show affecting both the world drone community and the Droneify live stream timeline. So stay tuned for that. Robbie, you were telling me something about COVID or something before we came on
Yeah,
live.
the daughter's got a new strain of COVID, and I think the wife might have it too. So they're
Oh
going to go
boy.
over to the hospital and just double check. The daughter for sure does, but my wife's voice is pretty messed up. So, man, I tell you, once everything gets kind of calmed down, and boom, things hit again. But that's okay. We're going to have a Thanksgiving here. It'll be my first Thanksgiving here out of the country. So we got a turkey planned and all the good stuff from back home, and let them experience what our Thanksgiving's like.
Oh man, I hope everybody gets recovers quickly, and I hope it doesn't, put him down. So good luck with that, man.
Absolutely, absolutely, man.
All right.
Well, I wish I was home. Usually, when I'm at home on Black Friday, me and Kathy, my sister, we hit the mall in the shops and everything else, and try to get some of those deals. And man, I've seen some great deals on some stuff so far, especially like computers and equipment. But they still push those $99 deals on laptops and stuff. If it says Celeron on it, don't give them your money because it's crap. If it doesn't say Celeron, buy it. If it says Celeron processor, save your money because even though you might have a touch screen, you don't have to touch it 6 times to get it to go somewhere. But yeah, it's I see a lot of sales. I'm looking at a lot of sales over here, so I'm going to actually be purchasing some stuff and just have it shipped to my house there. And then when I get home, get it. So each year, I always buy an Alexa, and I bought this one for my daughter this last year.
Ah, nice.
And she never used it. And I laughed because a couple people said, "Hey, Robbie's got a lion on his desk or a cat." It's the same one. They just like decorate it for kids.
Hmm.
So, it comes in handy because, sometimes I want to calculate something or, you know, I can have it turn the cameras on in front of the house where I can see what's going on in front of the house. But each year they have really good deals on these, and these are the Echoes, is what they're called. So, some of this stuff is pretty neat, neat to have, along with, some of the Fire Sticks, which I think Fire is in a lot of the TVs now anyway. But I know each year
Hmm.
it's a big seller for Amazon to actually sell those. But curious this year what people are looking for. I'm sure everybody's looking for the drone deals. And it's funny because we do buy a lot of stuff in our groups together. But on the other hand, during Black Friday, a lot of times we'll get some of those things like Fly More combos and stuff that we don't normally get and during this time. So I'm just curious to see what's everybody going to do for Black Friday. You going out? Are you going to shop online?
I don't usually do anything. Do you, Robbie? I know you're. I did it before. Yeah, I did it for 2 years. I went out on Black Friday to Walmart of all places. Oh my gosh! And I just went there just to see what this whole event was all about. It was an eye-opening event when I saw lines and lines of, the church buses full of people
Oh, they fight. They fight over
pulling up to
TVs.
this, pulling up, dropping off 10 people at a time. And no, I probably overstated. Probably like 6 to 8 people at a pop, right? So it looked like they organized the church van, and they want to go, let's go. And I mean, it was nuts, Robbie. It was nuts. And
Well, I
literally,
remember. Go ahead.
yeah, I did literally set up like, have they have the cattle lines um, just to get out of the store because otherwise it'd just be a mob. It
Yeah.
was nuts.
Well, you remember when COVID was bad and they opened up. What is the one by your house? Costco. No, no, it's what's the other one? Is it Costco?
What are you talking about? The warehouse?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Costco and there's a Sam's.
Okay, it's Costco then that me and you used to go to. I remember when they first opened up, they put those little, you got to go this way, and they put arrows on the ground. So if you needed something like you wanted a slice of pizza, you couldn't walk in and walk over to the deli to get it or somewhere else.
Hmm.
You had to stay in that line, and you couldn't pass people. And there were people trying to, you can't turn here, follow. So you had to go through the camera department, through the refrigerators, through the cell phone, just to get to wherever the food was, if you were going to buy food. And it was ridiculous during then. I mean, it was. But I remember that, I forget what drone it was. There was a drone being released, and me and you placed an order online from your house. And we jumped in the BMW and we flew down there and we waited, and we were at the wrong location. We were at the wrong Best Buy. We were supposed to be on Mountain Road, and instead we were on Broad Street.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what is everybody looking for in the chat? What are you guys searching for deal wise?
yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
Hey, I want to make a comment. Jackrabbit, man, dude, you are a natural for a live stream, and you play good music. Al, you got to watch the live stream he's been doing in the mornings, because I'm really mean this. I enjoy it. I mean, I enjoy Dennis and the other guys playing the ukulele and watching Chris Hope. It's good. But man, for somebody that hadn't done it before, or I had not seen you do
Yeah,
it
I know
before,
he is.
I was impressed.
Yeah, I know he's always been like that, man. I've been trying to get him to come out of his shell, and then once he came out, it was like
Wow,
game
look
on.
out.
But yeah, Scott is amazing, easygoing guy, and he'll tell you the story about you know he went to Minefield and he didn't want to get out of the truck because he didn't know anybody, and he felt like it was just it was so intimidating. He didn't know anybody, and luckily Brad happened to be walking by, and Brad engaged a conversation with him, got him to come out.
Yeah.
Right. And then after that, man, it's just been like, Minefield, and then went to Spin Up, and then we went to South Florida Drone Meetup. And I guess we're going to have to try to figure out a couple more places to go.
I think me and him met at Minefield the first year that I went. I think that that's where I actually met him the first time. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. That's when you met him. That was your first time there, right,
Yeah.
Scott? Heck, man, let's just drop this link in the chat. And if you guys want to jump in and chat with us, man, the more the merrier. You okay with that, Robbie?
Yeah, that's good, man. Do it.
All right, guys. The link for the live stream, if you care to join, it's in the chat. So feel free to pop in. Robbie will be doing the administering for letting people in. So, you can't show up in your underwear, obviously, but you
Turn the
could.
camera up.
So I'm sure probably Robbie just would put you on just for the conversation factor on that one. But yeah. All right. Do I plan to buy anything? I don't plan to buy anything, but there's a huge purchase going to happen in my family because my youngest daughter needs a new laptop. So we've been watching the deals, looking for the laptops. And she's using that for content creation also, but she animates. So she gets commissioned to make what should you call them? It's like, forget what it is. It's like a series of drawings, kind of like a cartoon. I forget what
Right.
it's called. But yeah, it's not a cartoon. It's serious stuff, but you know what? It's animated that way. So
Mark White
it's
asking here, has somebody got a cockatiel? Well, I got a parrot in here, and if you got to shut up, you're welcome to come get it. It's a bit of a flight over here, but
Oh man, that's a softball I don't want to touch, man, or a curveball.
All the
I
animals that I
ain't
had to buy
touching
my
that one.
kids, all the animals I had to buy my kids when they were little, and it was funny because I saw where a guy had actually he came
Spinner
home
breed.
and his dog had a rabbit in his mouth. He had killed a rabbit, dirt, blood everywhere, and he
Oh,
came home and he remembered, man, it's my next door neighbor's
what's up, Johnny?
rabbit, and he does like blue ribbon rabbits. He's killed this rabbit. What am I going to do? So he takes him in the bathroom and he washes them all up, blow dries them, makes them look good, and goes back and puts them in the cage. So then a little while later, he heard all this yelling and screaming, and he ran next door and he said, "What happened? What happened?" He goes, "This rabbit died a week ago, and we buried him, and now he's back in his cage." Okay,
Yeah,
let's bring
and
in
Jim.
Jackrabbit.
Okay, Jim Drone is talking about had a pigeon mark called Spinner Breed.
It's better, Ray. Hey,
What's going on,
Hey,
Scott? Good to see you,
not
brother.
much. I can't stay very long. I shouldn't even be on right now.
Oh yeah,
But
man, you're gonna get busted. She gonna cut you off
I
at the
know.
knees? Like,
No,
no, it ain't worth it,
no,
man.
nothing like
Uh-uh.
that.
Uh-uh.
Anyway, so
Don't get in
yeah,
trouble.
that minefield too, which I just saw Dustin was talking about. That was his first time there too. Robbie,
Oh
you were
wow.
there. You had what's it, the M30?
Matrice,
Matrice, that's right.
Matrice 600, yeah.
So I'll be honest, I didn't know you at all at that time.
Yeah.
But we briefly met there. So, but yeah, you said it right. Brad Austin and Keith were Brad Austin. Yeah, and Keith
Yeah.
D&D Ariel. They were the very first two people I met. So,
Yeah, you walked out of the truck, and thank
yeah,
goodness you met those two guys, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, most of the community is gonna embrace you, man. Come on in, we'll show you. You can fly my
Oh,
drone.
but you know what? I didn't know. I mean, now it's easy to know.
I
But
know, right?
at the time, that's the other thing. I came in on the FPV side, so. And look, I apologize for where I'm at. I know that light's
You're
right
good.
there.
You're good, man.
I just realized my battery on my phone was about dead, so I had to plug in. I got a very short cord. So, but anyway, I came in on the FPV side, so I knew a lot of guys from that side, but I didn't know them either because I was just, I called myself the Great Lurker. I was saying that even that day, So, but I'm very glad that I did join in and I have fun with this community. It's a fun group.
We've met a lot of people.
We got a bunch of shady people in the group, right, Scott?
Well, I haven't met them, and if I have, I don't know. So.
Yeah,
I always try to think the best of everyone anyway. So until I find out different, but I always think the best of anybody if I first meet them. So
yeah, man. Well, I look forward to seeing you again, man. That's going to come up faster than we think, because right now we're in the holiday season and time's going to just freaking scream by us. You know what I mean? It's going to blow our hair back and we're going to go, what? We're in 2023 already?
Yeah.
Hey.
I think Ray Kelly just had Kelly Shores on, and I think he said he's going to have Spin Up 2023. I don't think he set a date yet. I heard October or November. So
that's a good time to do it because that coincides, kind of like almost like same timelines. He usually does it on the third quarter anyway. So that sounds good.
Well, it gives you enough time to, I definitely
Plan.
do the South Florida drone meetup just because of proximity of where it is for me. So it's.
Hey, hold that thought for a second. Oh, I just want to welcome him. Ray Kelly just popped in. Let's see. Greg Harley FPV popped in. And DeMarco popped in. What is going on, guys? Drop us a note.
Well, I was going to bring Jenna in. She disappeared. Jenna, if you come back, I'll pop you in. I was letting Jackrabbit finish before I pulled you in. So we'll wait on you.
I do not probably need to go. So, I mean, if you want to pop somebody else in, that'll work. But
that's okay. I got room. You can stay there if you can. That's fine. I met you and I met Dustin and I met Chris Hope and I met Brad. Although a lot of you guys we've all met online, but physical as far as seeing each other and shaking a hand. We were there. Let me bring Jenna in. Here she's back. Hey, sorry about that. Didn't mean to leave you on the hold there.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
I know you. Howdy.
Yeah, hi, guys.
Hey, Jenna.
Hey, Jenna. All right. So did you get
Good to see you,
77
Jenna.
inches of snow, Jenna? Oh, my
No,
gosh. Those
no,
people
we
up
just
there got hammered, man. Oh,
we just got a dusting, which is
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Oh my God. Can you imagine? I mean, 6 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's just.
You'd have to swim out, you know?
Oh, that's just rude.
You'd have to swim out. Okay, I'm out.
Well, a friend of mine, she lives in an HOA, and so it's like, we're talking about it, and she says, "Yeah, well, my HOA clears snow up to my door.
Not that time.
My HOA fees." And so I took a
Thanks,
picture
Scott.
of, so I took a picture of my John Deere in the garage with the bucket on it, and I said, "That's my HOA fee right there."
And I paid it once and it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, watching that lake effect snow this year, man, I was like, oh my gosh, look at those winds. If they're going to sustain for that long period of time, I knew they were going to get slammed because up in Syracuse is one of my good friends. He went to school up there and played football for him. So I used to go up there and visit, and man, I drag him out. Let's go skiing. Let's go. And you had like these small little resorts right around there because the lake effect snow. They don't even have to blow because they just get lake effect snow.
Yeah.
You
Not
know?
a fan.
Not a fan. Okay.
Not a
got it.
fan. Not a fan at all.
Well, you probably would be a fan for those hot toddies at mid station, you know. You're just like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna have me a butter something, scotch or something.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. I'll probably go up to Syracuse maybe in a couple weeks. Maybe do some shopping up there at the Carousel Mall.
That's cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
That, and they've got it's a power plant right there, and they've got an inlet actually to the lake, and it's
Okay.
nice and warm. So the bald eagles fish there about this time of year.
Oh wow.
Wow.
So yeah, I'll take my camera up and see what we can find.
Hey, we have one right in the middle of the city and in the river. And I have not shown, I've shown the location a few times, but not flown to it, like, how to get there. I just get there and circle.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they're amazing birds, no doubt. No
Oh,
doubt.
they're awesome.
No doubt. And you would just, yeah, that's the kind of photography you enjoy doing. You definitely have a good
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Al, what's on your wish list?
Oh my gosh,
On your-
really
on your-
good health for everyone, and really is my wish list. With all the things that are going on as far as the respiratory infections and stuff like that, I think I don't really care about the other stuff. I just want health to be good for everybody that I know, because it's always nice to gather and have a good time and fellowship. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay.
You don't take
Go
it for
ahead.
granted.
Yeah, I know. Robbie, ask the same question to Robbie, Jenna.
Robbie, how about you? What is on your wish list, naughty or nice?
I want to buy something good that's nice. That's not naughty. That's nice. I want to get a drone that doesn't have geofence. I want to get, right now I've got all DJI. And of course I bought the Nano Plus, the Light. I bought those two drones, got rid of those. Al's actually got the Nano. I want something different, and I got the DJI FPV, which I'm not going to buy anything else FPV until I get home, because then me and Al can go, and then he can help me get the stuff put together, and he can go out and give me the tips I need on how to fly those. So right now I'm just enjoying the DJI FPV. So I'm just like trying to buy extra props and, whatever I can find deals on there, and I'll just have them ship it there to my house. And then when I get back, I'll have it. But I've been looking at different deals, and a lot of them say that DJI doesn't do theirs until the 24th is usually. The 24th is when they'll actually do their deals, start their deals. But they said usually Best Buy and some of the other companies have better deals. So I've seen the DJI PV for $9.99, and I've seen it for $8.99. But they're not Flymore combos. They're just the drone, the controller, and the goggles. That's it. Those extra batteries are where the money kicks in. So but Al's got a link that I sent him. Is that what you're showing me now, Al?
Yeah, that's what I sent you out there. And
Okay.
and here's what I'm printing. I know that a couple of you have asked on the chat. This is
Oh,
what I'm
cool.
printing, and it's a kind of like pretty cool looking little thing. And they're coasters. They're Aztec Indian coasters.
I was gonna say it looks like what is the holiday?
There we go. It's trying
Yeah,
to
no,
find
those
that.
are neat.
Mexican.
Yeah. And so I'm using two different filaments, and that's why I was walking over there, guys, because I needed to change a filament. I don't have a 2-filament printer, so I have to do it manually. And I used to program it in the G code, and then I finally decided that, oh crap, I don't care. I'll just come over here, hit the pause button, and quickly change the filament, and then hit the print button again. Okay, here we go. Robbie, you want to talk through this?
Yeah. Now some of the prices you guys might see some of this in euros. I'm not sure why. Maybe it did it because my location over here is my VPN. But of
Well,
course,
that's a
there's
good looking
kind of the-
picture there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
it
Mini
is.
3 Pro. But as I had scrolled down through this page, when I found it, there's a bunch of different DJI products that they've got on here. A lot of gimbal and these for the cell phone.
Did I go too far, or is this where you wanted me to be?
Yeah,
at?
no, we can go through there and just kind of scroll down and look what they're pushing. I mean, I've never bought any of these for cell phones because I've always had GoPros or something else to work with. And Al, have you bought any of them before?
Yeah, I still use my Osmo 3. So I like my stabilized gimbals. A lot easier to sometimes to work with than the Pocket because, you have the large display. You can change everything. The microphones are gotten so much better, especially with the iPhone 13 and better. And the Samsung, what is Samsung's up to now? The 21 now? Oh, man,
Yeah.
that microphone is amazing. And you got the Google Pixel, another amazing product with a really good microphone. The downside is that you have to use the Mimo app, and it's a DJI Mimo app. And when you use the Mimo app, it doesn't put all your videos and photos into your normal photo folder. You have to literally fire up the Mimo app and transfer the files back and forth. So it's a little bit more of a kind of you have to kind of shuffle things around to get it where you want it to be if you're doing your editing on your computer. But if you do all your editing on your phone, you're fine. It has so many good features. I mean, with the tracking modes, so it's your personal cameraman. Because that tracking technology that's being used in the drones is used in that device too in the facial recognition, which I'm looking at now on my Canon up there. So I do use it. That was the long answer.
That's okay. Scroll down, Al. See what else is in the list there. I just want to see what they're displaying for sale.
$100 for the Osmo Mobile 4. For the 5 is $129. So actually, that's a pretty good deal because the 5 comes with that selfie stick extension, and so out of the two, if I was going to purchase, I would only purchase the 5 and just sell the 3 I have. I have the Osmo Mobile 3, so I'm a few way generations back. Pretty good deal on this DJI Action 2 power combo. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. $279.
That's a freaking good deal there. If I didn't have too many cameras, I'd consider that. Oh my. And you get the $399 for the Mavic Mini Fly More combo, not the Mavic Mini SE, but the Mini.
Is that a good price though,
Oh,
Alan? Because it's still kind of. I
it's a,
guess because it's a fly more, maybe it's a good price. But I mean, honestly,
it's a lot
if
of batteries.
yeah, it's a lot of batteries. But I mean, I've seen deals of like 250 or 220 for the Mini SE, which they're both shooting 2.7K. The Mini here and the SE, they both shoot 2.7K. So would I buy the SE over this one? I would probably buy the SE myself.
All right, $900 for the POS
Yeah, but
combo. You get the goggles too. So
but you get the
basically, three
batteries.
hundred bucks a component.
Wow.
But what about the batteries, Al?
That it comes with one battery when you buy this thing. Let's see, view deal.
Yeah, I paid 1,000 and I got three batteries. Keep in mind, mine was used, but like new.
Yeah, I'm trying to scroll down to the item list. Uh, Never mind. I'm way too clumsy at it today. Oh my gosh, what did I just do? Here we are. I'm back. Sorry. All right.
Yeah, but
So,
$8.99. It's still a good price.
unfortunately, it looks like the Mini 2 is only offered in Europe. Or no, wait, that's not a Mini 2 picture. That is what
Looks
drone
like
is
an
that
Air
guy?
2. Looks like an Air 2.
That's the Air 2. So I'm like, okay, if they made a mistake with that,
That'd be a good price. But I did see an Air 2 either here or at Best Buy for like 629, and I think it was a Flymore pack. That's a good deal.
and we're looking now. Really into the Mini 2 here. 500 euros. So what's the multiplier? It's like a 1.3, I think. So a third more than that. So we're talking almost 550. Okay, here's the Air
No, it's
2.
1-to-1, actually.
Is
Yeah,
1 to 1 now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
One
I didn't
euro
know
is
that.
it's 102.
So
Yeah,
okay,
this is it right here. Yeah, this is actually a good deal for 649 to get a Flymore combo with the
yeah,
Mavic Air 2. That's a good price.
just for the batteries alone is good
Yes.
price. But the
Yeah.
batteries, what 120 now, 140? I don't know. What are the batteries now?
So because I was a Air 2 owner and the Air 2S, there is such a difference between those two drones. The Air 2 was good, but it was kind of like me and Al went and flew the Skydio one day, and we put the beacon on top of another drone, and we did a U. We flew down and did a U, and of course he was hammering it going around. And when he did his U, I physically saw the Skydio as if the other drone was passing the other way. Look at it. It didn't follow the path. It looked at it and changed course to follow that. It's like you could see that it was thinking. I've noticed that between the Air 2 and the Air 2S. The Air 2S just you can just tell it operates better than the Air 2 does.
All right, so I was interested to see if they were gonna give us a deal on the Pocket 2. Is that a deal, guys? 349. I don't
Now,
know.
I'm not sure on that because I had like one of the original pockets, and I mean it was okay for up close or doing a little interview or something like that. But I bought
Yeah,
it thinking I was going to be able to use it underwater, and that underwater package they got, it was terrible. I mean, it just like compared to the Action 2 when I took them both underwater, man, the Action 2 rocked underwater. But this thing here, when I took it underwater in that waterproof case that you put it in, it
I
just
mean
didn't.
it's not designed for that, right? But
Yeah,
yeah,
but still, it's just the way that it's made. It was kind of a waste on the case because the case is like $50 or $60.
Well, that looks like about the deals. I mean, pretty good deals for DJI point of view, don't you think, guys?
Well, it's the
Yeah.
main drones that people are looking at, but I noticed the Mavic 3 on Best Buy, I think, was like 1750. Just the drone. Just the drone. No extra batteries or anything.
Am I looking at this wrong or what? This deal's offered 30% of the air.
Seems expensive.
That is like super expensive. You would
Mavic
probably pick
Air.
this on eBay for nothing nowadays,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. How old is that, Al?
It's like a Jen. You bought one of these? Did you buy one of these? I didn't buy one.
Yeah,
Of these.
no, I've got an Air.
Yeah, I thought you did. And
Yeah,
you
it
bought
was
it
better.
what year?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't remember.
It was like 2018, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
It was
I've had the
2018.
Air 2S a while.
Yeah, I'm sure it was 2018 and maybe 2017.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't that long because the Spark came out in 2017.
Yeah, and the Spark and the Air almost came out simultaneously, right? That year.
No, well, it was the Spark first. Everybody was waiting for the, what's it going to be, the Spark 2, and then it was and then it was
Got
the
it.
Air that came out.
Yeah,
So it might be 2020.
got it.
And then they came out with the Air 2S. Well, the Air 2. The Air
Yeah,
2S.
Air 2 is
Yeah, so
2020.
maybe it was 2019.
Yeah. And this price is just, I don't know, man. 729 seems awful high for me.
Yeah, especially for
That drone, yeah.
when it was manufactured too.
The Air 2 Zoom, that seems really expensive too. 1350. This is a nice drone though. That's what Angie Anderson uses. She loves it.
What did she use?
She uses the Zoom.
Yeah. What is the difference between the Zoom and just the Pro like you got?
Well, the Hasselblad camera's got that 1-inch sensor with a really nice camera on it, and
Okay.
then this one has got a really nice camera, but it's smaller sensor and it has optical zoom on it. So you get really nice shots with this because you can zoom in. I don't know what the zoom factor was. I think it was like 6 to 8x with this optical zoom. So if you're one of those that you want to reach out and touch somebody far away, you can do it with this. Okay, so now the minis is back at $359. Okay. And here's our favorite, Air 2, one of our favorites. $1,500 for the Pro, Phantom 4 Pro V2. And that's what you have too, right, Jenna?
Yep.
Al, don't you got a Phantom too though, don't you?
I got the Pro. I just bought a used Phantom 4 Pro V2, just like this one.
Jenna, how do you like your Phantom compared to like the Air 2S and all? I mean, what are the differences that you notice in it? Because I had like an older standard, the standard model, which didn't even shoot 4K, I don't believe. And when it flew, it flew like a garbage can because it's so tall. I had wind shear with it, and I just don't
Yeah.
get that out of the Maverick series.
Yeah, no, you don't. And I think there's better. It's a better connection.
Yeah,
Like if I'm gonna fly the 2 now, for pretty much anything other than mapping or something, then I'll just fly the Air 2S. I mean,
Yeah.
technically it's got better video.
yeah.
I mean, the only thing you're going to get better out of it is that 4K 60, but because of the camera. But
Yeah,
I mean,
and-
you got
I
4K
mean,
60 out of the 2S. So
yeah, I mean, it's got a mechanical shutter.
Yeah.
and you change your aperture.
Variable aperture and stuff like that. So, I mean, technically you might be able to get a little bit better picture out of it, maybe, but still, it's around the same sensor.
Yeah.
4K 60, 4K 30.
I think I'm probably going to get a couple of drones that are not DJI because if you think about it, I mean, look at the drones now that me and you have bought that have been DJI. We bought we bought a lot, not a few. We bought a lot, and if you really look at it today, if you've got, in my opinion, if you've got the Mini 3 Pro, the Air 2S, and the Mavic 3, or the Air 2 Pro, I mean, those 3 drones cover everything.
Pretty much do. As far as the camera drones, but I don't for different applications, like Jenna was saying, like if you want to fly off a boat, that Phantom 4 is the thing to do it, because it's got 2 nice handles you can catch.
Yeah, that's
coming
true.
back.
It's a big drone. It is powerful. I mean,
it's steady as hell.
Yeah. And so, yeah.
I mean, so many good products out. I was with Brad Alston flying. Oh gosh, I should probably show you a little bit of those pictures that came out great. Well, he was flying his Mini 3, and I was flying the Nano Plus, and we're comparing the photos we were taking at sunset. And I swear, and that Nano Plus it looks better to me it just does. Let's see if I can pull up one of those pictures.
It does, Al. It does.
I mean,
if I could get a deal on a Autel Light Plus, so I can get it where the camera moves, I can change move, I would probably buy that for one, and I'll buy something else because I want a couple extra camera drones, but through a different manufacturer. And then, like I said, when I get home, we'll do some FPV stuff and decide what I need there. But
here's really another really cool thing. All right, so there's a drone, right? I don't even have to take it out to get my card out. If I get my fingernail in there, right? Because I just cut my nails, and I don't want to, have you ever flicked it and slipped off the end of the nail and the thing goes flying off somewhere?
It's hard to get the SD card out of the Mini 3 Pro. It's hard to get it out of the Mini 3 Pro.
Well, that's how easy it was to get this out, right? I didn't even have to pull the drone out. On DJIs, we got to, take all the straps off, open up the wing, get access to the SD card slot. But I don't have the Mini 3. So where's the Mini 3 slot, guys? Robbie, you had the Mini 3, didn't you?
Yeah, it's in the back.
So if you had to take the best pictures you could possibly take with a GPS camera drone, which one would you pick, Jenna? It's in the back too, right, Robbie? Yeah.
Yeah. You're saying you're asking her the best drone to use to take a picture?
For taking pictures, what would you pick, Jenna? The 2 Pro, the Phantom 4 V2?
God, that's a good question. It would have to be between the Air 2S and my Mavic Pro 2. I don't have the 3.
Yeah.
And so
it's hard to top the Air 2S, Jenna. It's hard to top the Air 2S.
It is. And just for that reason, just because it's smaller. I mean, I'd probably go with the Air 2S. I mean, if you're going to pixel peep, then okay, what are you taking? Like, it might be a little bit better dynamic range with the Air 2S than the Mavic 2 Pro, like in the shadows and whatnot. But all in all, I think they'd be pretty comparable.
Yeah.
But not the 4. I mean, obviously the 3 rather is going to be, it's going to beat them both. But
yeah, I want to, if that. What is the 3 called now? The professional classic.
Yeah, the classic.
Yeah,
I'll probably end up getting the Mavic 4.
Yeah. Which is probably going to be for Christmas.
Yeah, right.
Right. The way that they're engineering and developing.
Anybody bought the classic? Y'all know anybody that's bought the classic yet?
I haven't. No.
Hey, Mark R. White, thanks for coming by. I think I'll tell. How do you pronounce that? Zaya Light.
No. He's saying all tell shows the Light Plus
Oh,
for
the
the
tell
hard
have the Light
battery.
Plus on
Yeah, for
sales.
2,000. I think the Light Plus, Mark, the light that I bought here, I think I paid
The
$1,700.
Air Johnny, that's the Air Force, man. You're always throwing out the numbers,
There
man.
you go. Air
Yeah, you
4S.
know
That'll be the way to go.
what can they do? What can they do for the Air 2S? How can they top the Air 2S? I mean, without going up a big level like to the Mavic
The
3. What
three.
else can they add? Battery life?
Battery life for sure. And also probably better camera. They're probably going to put a Hasselblad camera in it. Like they
Because I
have.
sold mine
What can
to
they do?
Joe
But you know,
Barry.
that would eat into that classic um, marketplace. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean they've got
And so it
literally
would
three
compete with
distinct.
it. Why would you want to compete with that product line?
They've got three distinct lines, right? Mini, the
Yeah.
Air series, and then the big guys. Mavic
Yeah.
3 Classic.
I know,
So
right? So
they got to be careful. It's like the camera manufacturers. They've got I mean, like how many different lines, and it's just a step down or a step up depending on what.
I agree. All right, Robbie, what you're seeing is this is the little camera I was telling you about. I just sat in place and took pictures at sunset.
And what is
And
this? What you shot with?
right here, we're looking at this is the Nano Plus, and
Okay.
this is Richmond City in the background. Not zooming in at all. I didn't do any zooms at all.
Where are you at?
I am at Brad's house,
Okay.
which
Verona.
is east of the city.
Is he near Rockets Landing?
Yeah, south of that. The Rockets Land is right here,
Right.
where you kind of see those oil thingies. These that's Rockets Landing, and this is when I started changing the shutter speed, and I went from auto to manual, and look how much different it looks. Oh my gosh! I mean, it's just really, really stunning little camera.
Mark made a comment. He said the only people I've seen do videos with the Mavic 2 Classic are the influencers that got sent in free by DJI.
But
And that says a lot. When we buy now, in general, when
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
buy with
that's
our own
true.
money, you're going to hear the truth out of it. Where sometimes I feel like, I know the influencers try to be fair with it, but, you know, they're a little, someone's going to give me a Mavic 3 Pro and tell me to do a review on it. I'm
Yeah.
probably not going to do a bad review.
probably not if you want to keep it.
Exactly.
So the sunset is starting to come down. You'll see a little kind of light flare coming up off the building right there. And that's the Dominion Power Building, which is the Virginia Power Company here. And also in North Carolina, they also manage like 4 nuclear power plants. So they're huge and they're big and they make lots of money, but the colors are popping. So I did at Jenna that day. I decided just to do mostly photography instead of videography. And I'm glad I did because I mean,
It's funny because we do so much video and now with the
yeah,
camera. And sometimes we just don't take the pictures like like maybe when we first got it.
it, and I was just really wanted to play with the camera settings to see if I could expose it to what I was looking for, And this is one of my favorite shots. So even though there is, industrial park below there, but it's still pretty nice. And I think this is what the video camera looks like here.
Richmond just got great, just clouds and skyline. I mean, we took some stuff from Libby Hill and Libby Park and those areas there that, man, just like they were beautiful.
Yeah. So let me see, Max. What is this? 522. Yeah, it's just a video at sunset. But there was another video I really wanted to show, but I don't know if I can find it. Because, like I said, I just recently took this. Maybe here. Yeah, I think this might be it. So, nope, it's not. So, I'm wasting y'all's, not wasting your time,
No,
but
no, you're okay.
try one more time. Maybe I can find it here. Oh, yeah, I found it. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I think it's going to be this video. What I wanted to do is kind of, that looks awful bad. So, this one. What I wanted to do is just have an ending shot, but
Uh-huh.
I can't seem to find it. I don't know where it went. Probably this one, I bet you. Yeah, so that's the ending shot I wanted. All of a
That's
sudden, the
nice.
trees right there, that was my ending shot, flying between the trees backwards. And, I could have easily flown through forward and just in post ran it backwards, right?
I don't know why, Al, but that just reminds me of Gone with the Wind.
Gone with the wind. Oh, this shot here,
I don't know why.
Gone with the
funny.
wind. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
So
The
let
thing
me
that just comes
replay
to
it. Let me
mind.
see if I get it. Oh, I gotcha.
We're not in Kansas anymore.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Yep.
will say after flying the camera drones, because both of you are FPV people, and I always say this now, the closest you'll ever get to flying is putting the goggles on.
And I think this was like I wanted this shot to be like the opening shot or something. I don't know. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do the video if I ever make it.
Looks like a western's going to start.
Yeah, ain't it something?
Yeah.
I mean, I had to twist Brad's arm to fly that day. I was like,
And
Brad,
this is with what, Nano Plus?
yeah, and he was flying the Mavic 3, and I actually used 2 batteries to do all my shots. He only used 1. That's how nice the Mavic 3 power plant is. I mean, that battery is just was 41 minutes. I mean,
That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
that's nice.
So he could do 200. He's got 3 batteries, so he could film 120 minutes.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy. 120 minutes, I probably would need 5, 6 batteries.
But it goes fast because Al, when we'd go down to the river and fly, Al would take like 11 drones with. He'd be like this when we got there with all the drones. Can I borrow your battery, Al? I'm out of battery.
Yeah. All right. So that's the little Nano Plus, and I know Johnny, you have it, and that little sucker is got an incredible, really, really good little camera.
It's hard to tell how good it is when you're actually using the drone itself until you put the file in the computer and bring it up. Because the first, I shot it at a restaurant over the water, and they had a windmill in the water that turns. And when I turned it on, it was just like being there. It was so clear. And I was really impressed with it. But because we have so much wind here, it just doesn't do great in the wind. Wow.
Yeah, and this was a 5-second time lapse I was playing with because I saw this. Watch this little contrail come through here from this airplane. That's all I wanted was that little contrail. Like a little rocket going up in space. That's all I wanted, So I was like, all right, 50 shots will do it, I think. And that's all that was.
Well, you could zoom in on it for a little video effect.
Yeah, you're probably right. Because you're right, because you could get some pretty dynamic looking clouds here moving. I wish I had a longer life battery. Then I could have jacked it up like 3 times as long.
Yep. See now, Al, you can make a story of that. Say, Brad's taking off or something like that, and there he goes.
I'm gonna get extended battery for the Mavic,
The Mini 3 or?
the Mini, yeah, because I do want to get the extended battery. This has just enough power. It's still not excellent in the wind, but it's better. It's better than the Nano did. And I'm kind of glad I bought it because I bought this little bag, and they've got them on Amazon for like 18 or 19 bucks, and it's just a little like backpack that you can put on. But I like it because it's got a zipper in the strap here, and then I can put my license and drone card and all the other stuff in here, and it works really well. The zipper's not great; it kind of hangs in one area, but hey, for 20 bucks, I can drop the camera and the camera drone and the controller in there, and it's ready to go.
Hey, I gotta change filament.
Okay, no problem. Change away.
Change
I know
away.
it's like I haven't printed anything in a little while. I've been busy. I was doing some welding yesterday. They're putting a addition onto the house here, and I had some areas I wanted to test it. So
Well,
I
I've been
wanted
fixing
to
up the
weld it.
kitchen, new appliances, painting, fixing walls, that sort of thing. It's a season to do stuff.
Yeah. Mark, you're right. You said I get about 23 minutes down to 20% out of the normal battery on the Mini 3 and 33 minutes the extended down to 20. You never get. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah,
Absolutely
and
right.
now it's even going to be a little bit less because it's cold out. So
Yeah.
people, if you're flying outside, the drone will be outside and you might be in your car where it's
Yeah.
toasty warm.
It's pretty lax to fly where Al is. I mean, you don't have issues with people giving you problems here. It's kind of an iffy situation on where to fly and where not to fly, especially if you're a foreigner, because they know, oh, the foreigner made a mistake. You know what that means?
Money.
So I'm like real cautious. And they had the big, y'all have seen where they've had the vice president and everybody over here for that quote Apex meeting where they're going around to all the Asian countries and trying to figure out what's going on. Well, they came here, and of course, the king of this country here went. And it's funny because let me tell you, this king's loaded like 300 billion loaded. I mean, it's amazing what some of these countries have. And they're real high tech in the city. Like the places here that you stay in the hotels would blow you away. Like a cheap hotel is like a high-end Hilton in the U.S. It's so nice where it's at. But anyway, they're really restricted on where they let you fly drones. And someone had actually flown a drone up, and he flew it up above the height that he was supposed to, which here is 300 foot. So he flew it up to like 500 foot and zoomed around, and guess what he zoomed down in? The king's castle. Before he could get the drone down, they got it. So he had to pay $57,000 fine. And let me tell you, $57,000 is a lot of money. But for over here, $57,000 is like, it could probably never be paid. I don't know what they do with it, but you really have to watch what you do here. And one guy had taken some images and posted them of a big temple. And this temple's in a no-fly zone. And then under his post, he put, this was approved by, what is the app we use on our phones? What is it? Sky? Let me see what it's called.
I use a loft.
Well, there's another app that we've got. Let me tell you what it is. It's
All right, all done.
It's like, well, there's Air Map, a loft before you fly, but that's
okay. It's the Open Sky, the Open Sky app. So he had on there, it was approved by Open Sky. Let me tell you, Open Sky might be okay to use in the U.S., but just because it says, oh, you can fly here, you got to check the laws here, because it's like when I flew in Virginia Beach, Al, I went to Buckrow Beach to fly, and I found out that they actually have a law around that water. It's an ordinance, a city ordinance. You can't fly in that park. And I told policeman, I said, well, but y'all don't control that. And he goes, there's a city ordinance. If you fly it, we're going to give you a ticket. So, of course, I didn't say anything. I respected it because I think right now, with everybody getting the 107 or studying for the 107 and knowing the laws and the rules, it's like they want to throw that in the face of the local people. Oh, but I'm going to do it so and so. Your ass will still get the ticket. So don't push the system because, dude, it's like it's making it hard on us when we want to go fly places when people are flying 15 foot off the ground over a crowd of people. I mean, it does. It makes it hard on us because what happens? They go and have these little local meetings, and then guess what? We can't fly at that beach.
Yeah, it's only one. It just takes one person to screw it up for everybody.
Exactly.
It really does. But it's, and I don't know. It's such a shame. But I guess the collective has to pay for individual stupidity.
Well, it's like, it's hard to know, like, especially if you travel a lot, where you can go and fly and just different stuff. There are so many rules, and, it's not as bad with countries because if you're going to travel out of the country, you can do some homework. But like over here, I have to really ask. I actually call my insurance agent that gives me insurance on my drone. And it's not for if I lose it, it's for what I hit. And I always call him and ask him, hey, can I fly in this zone? And he's like, are you downtown? I'm like, no. He goes, then just ask permission first. So when we go to a temple and want to fly and do an orbit or something around that temple, I'll always go to the people and say, hey, I've got a channel. Love to do a video here around your temple. I'm licensed, and I am licensed here in Thailand. And I said, I've got all my paperwork and insurance. I'd love to fly and show it so other people can, see how beautiful it is. They've always been really grateful and said, not a problem, enjoy it. But I always got my camera on where they tell me it's okay, just in case. They say, you're not supposed to fly here. I can say, this guy said it was.
Yep.
Wow, -6 Celsius.
All right. Good night, Greg. Harley FPV is leaving us.
Yep. Right. Yep.
Well, it's on the hour. It's
about time. Yeah. So, Jenna, we're going to do the big announcement. So, Jenna and Robbie and I have been talking about just kind of consolidating kind of the Monday nights to be able to do both the Dronified live stream and the World Drone Community live stream. So the idea is this, guys. We're going to be doing alternating days, alternating Mondays. So the World Drone Community is going to be on this week, and next Monday, the Dronified channel will be on. And then the Monday after that, it'll be the World Drone Community live stream. So that way, Robbie and I, it kind of freezes up a little bit, and we can spend more time creating instead of streaming. So that's the big announcement. That the Dronified channel is going to move from Thursday to Monday at the same time at 7 p.m. So pass the word. And Jenna and I will be hosting, and looking forward to having you guys join us in the conversation. This is always fun.
That it is. And everybody's going to have to, well, especially after the holidays, be a little show and tell. Bring your presents to show what you've gotten, what you've
Show and tell.
Yep.
Okay, don't be naughty. Bring your nice stuff.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's a great idea, Jenna.
Yeah,
So, Jenna,
I have them once in a while.
okay. So, what's on your wish list, Jenna? Nobody asked you.
Well, I said in the chat there, I've been good to myself pretty much all year long. I don't know. I've got I just got the Avata. I've got, this little thing. I've got the Nazgul. We built drones. So I don't know. I got myself an R7. Canon R7. As like a second camera. I don't know.
New lens.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I've got almost all of the RF lenses I want. I think I got 4 of the RF lenses.
Oh,
right?
wow. What a nice camera, right?
Yeah, no, I was thinking maybe the Canon RF 100 macro.
Ooh. Now that really turns me on.
I like the close-up photography and all. So yeah, because if I can swing it, if the stars align next year, maybe Genesee might go to Tennessee. So
hey, if you go to Tennessee, let me know. We'll figure out a place we can catch up.
My place. We'll be together. I provide the place to stay. Y'all just get there.
Yeah. No, there you go. So yes, there's a lot that's on the plate, and so I can't get too crazy with too many toys. So I got to kind of watch the expenses a little bit.
Yeah.
That's for
I
everybody.
hear you. Yeah. It's kind of, they're always trying to. DJI seems to get most of our money, it seems like.
They do, one way or the other. They do. So
I feel like after we buy stuff for Thanksgiving and Christmas, as soon as Christmas is over, they're going to hit us with all this new crap.
Yeah. And,
And the money's already gone.
and is Avata being a gateway drug to FPVA now? Because I think now that drone is rugged enough to survive a beginner, and it's slow enough to help a beginner. It's not like the POS. Once you cut the POS loose, you better hang on. You better know what you're doing, or you're going to crack it up.
yeah.
Yeah. So I agreed.
Yep. And with this drone, it does have a specific purpose, right? It's not a crazy FPV drone like this.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
This is meant for one thing, and it does it really well, and this is meant for something else.
It's got an expensive gimbal. That
Yep.
other one is that designed in carbon fiber, thick 4-inch millimeter arms that can take a hell of a beating, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
and
call that one adrenaline that's in your hand. Because there's a big difference between flying that one and the Avata.
oh yeah, agreed. And the POS 5-incher to the real, hit trees and survive. That is a big difference too, because the POS you fly it more cautiously. You know what I mean?
But
Like,
it's an adrenaline rush. It's a different feeling. It's like how far can I push it?
Yeah.
And coming from camera drones, it was a big shock to me on how fast it was. Because we're flying the camera drone saying, "Oh man, this Mavic 3 is faster than Air 2S," and then you put this on there and they're like, "They're not fast." Then you get to those, which is the next level. So until you've experienced it and realized how fast they are, wow, it's amazing.
And they're so underpowered too, relative to either the racing FPV drone or the freestyle FPV drones that we fly. Because if you break that angle of attack, whatever it is in the code, I haven't seen it in a long time. I remember seeing something like it was like a 30-degree pitch. Once it broke that, the code said turn off engines. So it's a fail safe. Just drop it out of the sky. Don't even try to recover. Versus the Skydio, it'll flip around and all of a sudden, boom, it's back up and running. Just like what we do, Jenna. Manually, we wait till we finally find the horizon. Then you jump on your throttle, increasingly a little bit so you can get it back out of that fall or head or whatever happened. You never know what happens sometimes. You're like, I don't know what happened.
yeah.
Good time tonight, guys. Don't forget, Thursday night there'll be no show on the Duranify channel either because it's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
It's Turkey Day.
Gobble, gobble.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, who shot a turkey here? Anybody hunted and eaten wild turkey?
I have.
Yeah, I've only bagged one. My roommate bagged another one, and he fell out of the tree after he shot it because he shot with one arm like this, and he couldn't hold it. So when he pulled the trigger, it just threw him right off the tree. We were like, "Dude, you okay? Did I get it?"
They don't taste like the
He didn't say
butterball.
I'm okay. All he wanted, he just wanted to know if he got it. Elusive things try to shoot. Okay, well, happy Turkey Day, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, thank you. Robbie, you gonna eat some turkey in Thailand?
Man, I had to get on the internet to Lazada, which is like our Amazon here, and I had to buy some stovetop stuffing. A box cost me $9 for a box, for a little box. I had to buy some turkey gravy from McCormick, which cost me $2 for the little pouch. But everything else was cheap, the vegetables and everything else, and of course the turkeys and chickens here. They're cheap, so yeah. That's what
Jenna,
we're
you
doing.
gonna like this one.
I know it looks pretty cool.
Come on, stay with
Yeah.
it.
It reminds me of what is the holiday the Mexican restaurants have all the time? Cinco de Mayo. That's what it reminds me of. You
Yeah.
should make some of those, sell them to.
Or
And this is definitely an Aztec symbol for sure. I don't know
Yeah.
which one I like better. This one. Come on, Karen.
Rico is still open now.
that one reminds me of Captain Jack Sparrow, and
Yeah.
the
Well,
gold.
this is supposed to be Aztec gold.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've just been changing filaments right at the end just to get kind of, give it a more of a 3D effect, more than it already has. So
Yeah.
anyway, I'm happy with it. I like the skull. It looks good.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I gotta run.
Okay, man. See
All
ya.
right.
Good night,
We'll see
everybody.
y'all.
Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah. Bye, everybody. Happy
Bye,
Thanksgiving.
Jenna.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Turkey Day.